Alright guys, welcome to episode 9 of my continuing look at the end of Rite Aid. We're in Niagara Falls, New York. Now this one I'm going to have to be extra discreet for because of the pharmacy, but I think that's where I got caught at the Batavia one. But anyway, this one's not closing yet, but as you guys know, they're all going to go. This is one of 4 in Niagara Falls, but we'll talk about that more when we get inside. But anyway, let's get inside, and let's be incognito. Alright everybody, and like you heard, welcome to episode 9 of my End of Rite Aid series, which I've really enjoyed putting this together for you guys. And welcome to Niagara Falls here on the US side. And this particular Rite Aid, this is one of 4, just like I mentioned before. And this is probably, out of the 4, this is like the most strategically located out of the 4. Now, I didn't pick this one in particular because of that reason. I just kind of picked this because it was random, believe it or not, actually. And honestly, all the ones around here, they were all built the same for the most part. From what I noticed, I don't think there was any former records out of the 4, or if there was, they're long gone. So I decided to do this one, and honestly, this one does look the fanciest on the inside. I did really enjoy, the architecture of this one, and it was huge, too, on the inside. One of the biggest ones that I think I've been to in this area. But I did enjoy that. Now, when it comes to history on this building, I did find out from going online at a property site that this building, it was built in 2006. Now, like we talked about before, this was built as an actual Rite Aid. This particular style was very synonymous with the Rite Aids built either in the late 90s or in the mid to late 2000s. And I think Rite Aid really built very unique pharmacy buildings. You see a lot of pharmacies today, and they all look the same. These are very unique, and I did like that. That's the only history I could find. I don't know if before this was Rite Aid, on this site there was another pharmacy and they demolished it. I don't know. Obviously, feel free to comment down below if any of you do know. And by the way, like I said last week, I do read all your comments, and I do really enjoy them. I like communicating with everybody on here. It's one of my main passions of doing this. So just feel free to comment if you guys hear anything. And overall, what do you think of this series? Now, when it comes to this area, with these pharmacies closing, while you may normally see, 4 pharmacies closing in a town, you may think, oh boy, this community is really going to be scrambling. But honestly, it's not that much because this one we're looking at now, you have 3 pharmacies that you can easily walk to right by here. There is a Tops, there's a Target in the same plaza, and then right on the road across the street, there is a Wegmans. As well as down the road, there is a Walgreens as well. So this area, when it comes to pharmacy, this part of the falls, this is the busy travel area. We're only about a mile away from the fashion outlets. So I don't think it's going to hit this area as hard. I mean, obviously having a big empty building is not good. And if any of you don't know about the Niagara Falls area, it's been hit hard the last couple of years. There has been a lot of issues with the city. It has been through bankruptcy. There's been a lot of issues, especially too close to the inner city. But this is the nice part. And honestly, 2 of the other Rite Aids in this, in the city here, there's a pharmacy right next door to it. As the one that was over on Pine Street, right in the downtown, there's the Tops, as well as the other one in Military, there's also the Tops. So luckily, when these Rite Aids were built, I don't know if it was purposely or accidentally, but the majority of them, they were built right next to other pharmacies or other pharmacies nearby. So overall, I don't think it's going to hit that hard. And I will say, particularly the fact that the only other pharmacy is not a CVS, and like I mentioned last week, we have an insurance carrier that doesn't allow CVS, would also make it a lot harder. So overall, when it comes to this, I don't think it's going to hit it that hard. Honestly, I think out of this whole series, I think this is the one that's going to have the least impact overall in the area. So I guess that's a good thing. It's, I mentioned, it's still going to be sad to see this place go. And this particular stuff has more variety of, over-the-counter stuff and stuff like that than what your other places may have. But those places still have many of options. I'm not too worried about that. Now, I hope you guys, like I mentioned, I hope you all are enjoying this series. I really have been enjoying this for you all. And we have one more episode here next week, and I can't wait to show you guys that. That was my favorite one out of all the ones I built on the inside, unique inside. But we'll get to that next week. Also, be prepared, too, that the next week episode is going to be a little bit longer because it's going to be a conclusion, and I'm going to show another part of it after I do the store tour of that location. But stay tuned for that. That is next week. But here for now, for this location, I hope you guys do enjoy the rest of this video. If you guys do, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys outside. But for now, this is the end of the interior part. Alex Weinsheimer is out, and I will talk to you guys on the outside. Bye-bye.
So many of you. Over the past few weeks, we've been sharing the voices, your voices, of Rite Aid customers concerned as the pharmacy chain prepares to close or sell all of its stores in New York as early as next week.
And now the pharmacy is getting closed. It's a shame.
Everyone uses this Rite Aid, especially at the local doctors down here. Everyone uses this Rite Aid.
What would happen to you if it closed?
I have to drive further in the snow, and I'll have to drive another 13 miles.
It will be a burden on me and my mother and other family members as well.
Well, we are now just days away from those closures, which according to the State Labor Department includes dozens of stores here in Western New York. Some 500 people will lose their jobs. One of those stores is on Broadway in Albany.
Alright guys, there's the end of episode 9. I'm getting much better at this as I go on. Being able to show the entire store, guys. But yeah guys, there's a look at the Rite Aid here in Niagara Falls. Like I said, they're losing 4 Rite Aid customers only. Yeah guys, there's the other side of the store. As well as they have this neat little sign right there facing the little neighborhood. It's really convenient for a lot of people. There's the road sign. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for episode 10, the series finale. But for now, live from Niagara Falls, New York, Alex Weinsheimer's out. And I will see you guys real soon for the next video. Bye-bye, guys.